everybody. Welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Listen, okay. I first of all welcome. Um, hit the like button. Hit all my little buttons. You know, the like button, the subscribe button, all those buttons. It's a free and easy way to support my channel. Okay. Like I said, I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. So today, I wanted to just come on here and talk a little bit about what's been going on in the world regarding, I would say, lots of things going on with Diddy, but over the past, I would say, 20 years, there's been a lot of conversation, especially in our community or culture, where people want to. So we'll use Bill Cosby for example. Bill Cosby gets accused of sexual assault, of drugging women, and then basically sexually assaulting them. And I remember having these knockout, drag out fights with people at happy hour, okay, about this type of malarkey that people would be like, well, Bill Cosby is a what did I say? He's a billionaire, and he gonna buy NBC. And I just be like, sometimes when people say stuff like that, I'm like, did you go to college? Like, I know that sounds elitist and stuff, but it is what it is. That's what I be thinking, because I'm like, you have to be able to think past go. Like, you legit have to be able to think past that. Two things could be true at the same time. It's possible that white America is out here trying to like stop every black man's bag, but I don't think so. I think that there's obviously systemic racism and things like that, but I don't think that they're targeting black men and black billionaires, because like I put in the chat, there's only well, like, let me see, what did I put in the chat? I think I put something. Hold on, wait, let me see. I googled, I said, what percentage of billionaires are black? It says 1% of billionaires are black. Essentially, it says there's 3,000 billionaires in the world, and only 16 of them are black. So it's like, I don't know if that's the case. And I've been on this rampage since this Diddy situation came about, with the whole like, oh, they just trying to take down this wealthy, black icon, and they trying to with our culture and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, can some people come to the light, please? Especially black women, come to the front. Like, I can't with y'all. Because they'll be the ones, like, I'm just saying, from my anecdotal little research that I do here on Chanel's Reality, that's what I see. It's more black women trying to protect this idiots, this savages. I don't even know. They trying to protect his top, I guess, or the sanctity of black men. But I'm just saying, who running around America or the world trying to save black billionaire women? You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. But women are always expected to save the man, save the family, save the marriage. Just saying. Things I'm pointing out here on Chanel's Reality, Like I said, hit that like button. So we're going to have a conversation about that. The topic could be a little bit heavy, so I want to play a little bit of comedy first before we get too deep into it. So hold on one second. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen 1 second. Hi, Lance Tigo. I see you in the background. Hi, sir. Thanks for joining. I'll play a little bit of this. Share my screen, honey.
At least if you in the ATL and a nigga doing drugs in the ATL, the nigga at least excuse himself, go to the bathroom or some shit. Niggas in Hollywood just do the drugs right in front of you and act like ain't shit happened. You in the middle of a goddamn meeting. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the movie with you, and then we're gonna go back. Nigga, did you know that I can see you? Nigga, you right there. It's on your nose, nigga.
What? Motherfuckers. I'll make the shit today. So I wanted to start out with a little bit of comedy. So I found this black guy. I'm gonna share my screen with him too. Dr. Umar Johnson. Hold on, did I find the right one? Okay, yeah. Supposedly it's this guy, Dr. Umar Johnson. I guess I don't know who he's a doctor of, but to give you some perspective on what some people are thinking regarding um okay regarding black billionaires being taken down. Okay, so let me share my screen with that. Hold on 1 second.
Think deeply. What do Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Sean Combs, and Kanye West have in common besides being accused of sex offenses? They're all billionaires. They're all billionaires. They are taking down all black male billionaires. There is an all-right frontal assault on black men with wealth. And not only black men with wealth, but black men who stand up to the white power structure. Black men who stand up to the white. Bill Cosby tried to.
Okay, listen. How can I take you seriously when you look like this? You got on an old ashy hoodie, whatever this is. You're not groomed. I don't know what's happening with your hair. You look like you're at the outside of a shady either apartment complex or I don't know, some shopping center. At least try if you're gonna try that. What did he say at the beginning of his video? Uh Enlighten, or he wants thinking people. Okay, well, I need you to think about this sweater. Think about your grooming, sir. Think about where you are while you're shooting this video. Think about what the hell your hair what you look like. I'm just saying, perhaps you might want to think about that if you're gonna come on here with all the smoke. But let's listen. I digress. Let's listen. Here we go. 1 second.
To buy a major network. That's called standing up to the white power structure. Sean Puffy Combs sued Diageo and he started a black political party. R. Kelly refused to sell his masters. Kanye West took on the Untouchables and lived to tell about it. Kanye West took on the Untouchables and lived to tell about it. Kobe Bryant was also accused of sex assault, and he was unalived because he tried to start his own professional basketball league headquartered in China. He also started his own player-led sneaker brand. Kobe Bryant. Look at what they're doing to black male billionaires who don't bow down to the power structure. Look at what they do to the black male billionaires who don't bow down to the power structure. But the problem with you Negroes is y'all so used to. All right, Queen. Hold on, y'all. Butter almond.
Ciao. So, hold please. Let me stop sharing my screen. So, I would love to know what those of you that are out there listening are thinking about this man's his opinion. It's a male opinion perspective. To me, it's false, but you know, I'm here to, you know, I'm Chanel's. She's the people's champ. Okay, I'm the people's champ. So, Lance Teagle or Lance. Sorry, I saw your whole name there. Would you like to comment? Can I get your commentary? Let me add you to the stage and see if you can tell us what you think about. And you're muted, by the way, so you gotta unmute yourself. What you think about his commentary?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dr. Umar. I mean, I've heard him talk before, and he said some things, and he's always kind of been out on the edge on a lot of stuff, and that's definitely one of them. I mean, first of all, none of them dudes are billionaires. Well, I'm not gonna say none of them, but most of the guys you're talking about are not billionaires. The millionaires, yeah, but come on, they took out Kobe. They took out Kobe like he had a helicopter crash. You telling me they're like, you know what? We gotta get Kobe. We're gonna take these kids with them. You know, that's just collateral damage. So,
Well, you know, a lot of people that believe in the Illuminati, and I'm not saying, listen, I used to wholeheartedly I believe in the Illuminati, but like I said, I've been here on this YouTube rabbit hole, you know, Chanel's reality for a few months, and I can't say that I have any evidence that exists, but there are complete I completely believe there are power structures that are beyond, what we see. You know what I'm saying? That do contribute to protecting, I will say, certain things. Um, to me, Diddy would be one of them. I can't say where these power structures are, but for him to go on for 30 years, and then he's not the only one, but to go on for that long, it's something's going on. And then, like I said, like the fact that all of Hollywood is on mute, I can't really explain that. So I'm like, maybe they are in some sort of a secret contract, but I need proof. I like proof and like what do you call it? Statistics or something where I can read a study that's saying this happened, this many people, whatever. But I never heard of this guy, Dr. Umar. But I was trying to look up people because okay, so I was trying to look up people who are constantly saying things like they're trying to destroy black men in terms of like the billionaires, or they just want to tear down wealthy, accomplished black men. Um, and the list is very short. If I'm being fair about it, it's short, but also too, I was trying to find, okay, I could see lots of comments, right? There's millions of comments under whomever's page, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on whatever type of social media, of people coming in the comments saying, oh, women are lying about this or victims of da 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 da. We talked about that before, but like, so I wanted to have a real conversation about it, because I'm like, when I went on my little Googler, when I typed in celebrities, what's the right word? I typed in something like celebrities who've been accused of sexual assault, and all I got was white man after white man after white man. So I'm like, what black men y'all talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really look at it strategically, if you look at it, it don't take very long. It's just a Google search to pull up all of the men. So I'm like, are they all trying to take down, Kevin Spacey? Who else? There's a whole list of them, of white men out there in the zeitgeist who've all been accused of Weinstein. Epstein is no longer with us, but they've all been accused of sexual assault. It's like the list is limitless, and y'all still running around America talking about, no, they trying to take down a billionaire. And you notice, I don't know if you noticed what the guy said at the beginning of his video. He was like, all of these men have been accused. So I think he said R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. I forget the other two men he named. But he was like, what do they all have in common? I think he said Kanye West and some other people. And he said all they have in common is that they have been accused of sexual assault, and then that they're black billionaires. And I'm like, so we're gonna skip over the sexual assault. We're gonna just completely skip over the sexual assault and just focus on they all billionaires, and that's how come they're trying to take them down. Like, knock it off. But what did you think about him saying skipping over the sexual assault part and just going directly? Because really his point was just focus on, that they're billionaires and they being maligned. We're not going to talk about none of the serious stuff. What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, yeah, I know they all committed murder, but what else do they have in common? Like, that's pretty big. You can't just glaze over that, just like that's they do all have that in common. So I mean, if you didn't want that to be brought up, you definitely should have brought that part up. Could have just talk about all the success they didn't had prior to being accused or charged with sexual assault and everything. But it was, I don't know. He didn't think that out all the way when he did that.
Because I don't think that's his objective. I don't think part of his program is thinking. I mean, this is my only video, so it's my only point of reference for this guy. But I think he's. I was gonna say, I think he's probably one of those people where it's almost like a shock jock type thing. It's like let's say salacious things, but let's gaslight the conversation. And something could be true, right? There could be people after black billionaires, but I doubt it. It's probably more people after uneducated black people to make them still be, you know what I'm saying? Like to keep them at the bottom it's easier to suppress someone who isn't really a competition, who doesn't have what's the right word? Either the education, the support, the money, whatever it is. It's easier to keep those people down than it is someone who's already elevated, someone who's already made a few million. You know what I'm saying? Like those people usually don't tend to be idiots. So this idea to me that, oh, they just trying to take these people out because they taking over, it's like, no, not really. And if that's the case, if you really want to take somebody down, go take down what's his name? Tyler Perry. Because I'm like, I'm not saying you should, but he the one over there buying land and creating a whole ass studio. Like Kanye West, is he a threat to stupid people? Maybe. I don't see him as a threat for money because he's still making clothing with holes in it and selling it for $1,000. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. And then even if they were going to take down Diddy, let's say that the establishment is mad because he's a billionaire. What is he? If anything, he's not additive to our community. He is detrimental. So wouldn't you want to keep this detrimental idiot in place? Like, why are we taking, why it doesn't really make sense why you're taking down the person that's poisoning the community that you say you hate. It doesn't really make sense. It's not like Diddy's over here like, I employ 7,000 black men and we we pay for their college, and he ain't doing that. Like, knock it off. But that's why I say this type of person, this guy, I don't think he really thought anything through. I don't think he can really think past somebody trying to take down a man.
Yeah, nah. He's one of those guys who's extremely pro-black. Like I don't know if you get a chance to go look at his other videos. Mm-hmm. Like he's definitely against like interracial marriage and you know stuff like that. So yeah, he's very pro-black, very. So
who the black women supposed to marry when there ain't no good black men around? We supposed to stay true to the game.
Yep. What's my favorite phrase? Figure it out.
To figure it out. But you know what? Being true, I'm laughing, but I think a lot of that's part of toxic conditioning. To be completely honest, like I don't know if you ever watched that Tina Turner movie, but that's exactly what her mama told her. He beating the brakes off her. Her mama was basically like, "Figure it out, go on back over there." You know, it's like, are you serious? But yeah, they did that serious. Like they feel like truly to death do us part is a part of it. But I do think, listen, I'm a black woman in America, so and I live in the South, so I'm not a stranger to racist, systematic racism. Like I'm not. It's familiar, so I'll just say that. But if I had it to do over, and I'm a married lady, right? But if I had it to do over, I wouldn't be. I wish I wasn't. I didn't drink that Kool-Aid that they give you at birth for a woman, especially a black woman. It's like, make sure you keep it. You know, you stay with a black man and you marry a black man. And I'm just kind of like, I wouldn't do that. I would be like, listen, and you're a man, so you could tell me, but I would be more like a man. I would be like, let's try everything. Put all the different delicacies at the table, and I just want to roll with whoever want to roll with me, or whoever I'm happy with. The things that are on my list, like, you know, I want you to be able to make me laugh, or, you know, be self-sufficient, be happy, you know, whatever it is. I think men go with whatever looks sexy. That was my opinion. I don't think they care about the color. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously there are cultures who do. That's very explicit to them. You cannot go outside of this. But I'm saying, generally speaking, I think, man, let's be clear. We'll fuck anything moving as long as that person is willing and, you know. So I'm like, some men have standards, but I don't think that men are like, well, I'm saving myself for the black man. I mean, for the black woman. I don't think men think that way, especially black men. I think they think whoever look good to me, and if she can hang on long enough while I'm out here, you know, sowing my wild oats, then, you know, she'll be the one. She outlasted everybody, so she'll be the one I marry. But I don't think men think of it like that. And I think it's annoying to me that this idiot would think that would be okay for me to just hold on, and no matter what, I'm going to date inside my culture. Other people don't do that. But Lance, do you want to date inside your culture? Look, let me stop.
I'm going to date whoever I find attractive and whoever I connect with. You know, I don't have to limit myself to, you know, only a black woman. So, I mean,
Right. I agree. I agree with you. Okay, so look, let me see what else to show you. Okay, I want to show this conversation. Hang on one second. Get your share my screen. Is it this lady? No, it's not Cat. Cat Williams is crazy. Cat Williams had me cracking up. Okay.
Diddy was an inspiration. To see someone that came from where we came from and show that we can do this and just laughing, like we don't laugh about prison. No, it's not funny. It's not funny.
Yeah.
But Diddy was an inspiration.
So hold on. Let me just preface it with this is another guy's YouTube channel. He has, I think it's called Mafia or something. But anyway, I think I put a link in the description. And he has his platform is like a whole bunch of usually black men, sometimes other races or whatever in there, but men. And they talk about things like what we're talking about, hot topics, whatever's going on in the world. But a lot of times it's about, you know, black men, black culture, that type of thing. And so I thought, I agree with some of the stuff people were saying. I completely disagree with a whole bunch of stuff they were saying, but I just want to play this simply because I know I have my strong beliefs, but I just want to try to be fair about how other people may view it. So hold on one second.
Diddy was an inspiration. To see someone that came from where we came from and show that we can do this and just laughing, like we don't laugh about prison. No, it's not funny. It's not funny.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's bigger than that even. So it's a stain on our culture because we lifted him up as a culture. There's a lot of accountability that I think people need to take in this situation. And I'm not saying, you know, this one knew about it or that one. I think that stuff is going to unfold and we're going to find out later. Obviously, there were people that knew this was going on. And this is what I like to call enable culture.
Ooh, all right. I think I have one more from them. Hang on one second. Let me stop sharing my screen. What do you think about that, Lance? What, Lance? Why black people can't be on time? Why they can't come like they supposed to? But thank you for being on time, Lance.
I'm about to say I was here.
Right, you are. No, but other black people can't be on time. But they probably didn't forgot about my video, but that's okay. But what do you think about what she was saying about, you know, Diddy he's an inspiration and he you know, he's like this cultural icon and we shouldn't be laughing about black men going to jail or something. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think you said it earlier, like two things can't be true at the same time. He can still be that person who, you know, probably did all those awful things, but you know, of course that's all in the behind the scenes. But at the same time, in the light or in front of the scenes, he was inspiring people, or he was, you know, a trendsetter, or, you know, icon, or whatever. You know, all those things that people probably looked up to. You know, we made fun of him dancing and spinning around, and, you know, wearing the jumpsuits in the videos, and, you know, the take that, all of that.
Ooh, Lord, the take. Like, I feel like all of that has a whole new meaning now.
I don't know, it could be. I'm not gonna try to think too far into that, trying to like how everybody doing like the R. Kelly song, like, oh, that's what that means when he was saying like, you know, y'all.
No, it's sad. I don't even want to know.
Going to the archives and trying to read the cryptic messages within the songs, and like, all right, okay. But
really, that's a foot too far, Lynch.
It's like sometimes it's just what it was. It's exactly what they said, and it's a cigar. Yeah, don't make it more deep than what it was. All right.
I agree. What do you think when she said, you know, like we shouldn't be laughing at black men going to jail or making fun of it or something like that?
She said we should or should not?
Should not.
I mean, it's just to me, it's sort of a personal opinion, a personal take. If you feel strong about it, then yeah. But I mean, you can't tell nobody what is and what's not funny in some regards.
Correct.
He's going to jail. All right, so I can't laugh about it because you have a problem about it, or I should be serious because you're serious. Like, I mean, the world don't work like that. You know, if you don't like it, then just ignore me. That's how I feel about it. So, I don't know.
And I think too, let me say this. So I'm of two minds per usual. But no, I do feel like laughter heals the soul. So, but I also do think that there's something called too soon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure many of the victims, probably none of them, think the baby oil jokes are funny and this, that, and the third. But and I agree with them and I stand with them on that. But I also feel like that comedians play a very vital role in helping people through traumatic situations, traumas, especially well known, meaning like 9/11, something like that. You know, how many people were making jokes about Hawk Beam or anybody get on the plane that looked like they from overseas? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure the families of the people that lost people in 9/11 didn't initially feel like that's funny and maybe still don't. But at some point, I do think that you have to kind of laugh about certain things about it. We're not necessarily laughing per se at the people that's being obviously taken advantage of sexually assaulted or anything like that. I would never do that. But I do think there is a place for the fact that these people, Homeland Security, raided your house, and what do you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil for? But also, I feel like the internet has no chill. Like as much as I don't want to laugh at some of it, I feel like, oh my
Yeah, that's why I like watching stuff in private because I know I can have a dark sense of humor or,
do
you
you?
know, oh yeah,
Of course.
man. I can find a lot of things funny that some people
Oh,
probably frown upon. I'm like, okay, because you can't make everybody happy. You just can't. Like you said, it's people who are not gonna find 9/11 jokes funny or even like when Dave Chappelle's doing R. Kelly skits. I'm gonna pee on you. What's one of the songs? I mean, how long is too soon? You know,
yeah.
because
And it's
while we're all laughing at it, you know, the women or the women who were girls at the time, you know, whether they have trauma from it or not, they might not have thought it was funny, or maybe they did. They thought it was hilarious.
correct.
So
I think too, like if we could all think back, like things that I feel like culturally, as a Black people in the culture, think about things that comedians, especially Black comedians, that they make funny as hell, but it's derived from our trauma. So like Black people will all say, you know, we got a whooping or we got an ass beat or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And it's like comedians make fun of that. We all make fun of that. Like it wasn't funny when you was getting your ass beat. You know what I'm saying? When you were 9 years old because you decided to eat an extra piece of bacon or whatever the reason was. You left outside. You opened the door, and your mama said don't open the door for nobody unless it's her. And if she come, you still don't open the door because she got a key. Like it's just like this madness. But like we all relate to it. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, you're not gonna be down there with the 7-year-old who getting their ass beat about they education and their grades. But it's funny later. But like you said, everything isn't funny to everybody, and some things will never be funny for some people.
I think
But
Black people just play too much. We play entirely too much. That's why we don't take nothing serious. Like for real. We don't take a lot of things serious. So that's why we make the jokes. That's why we make the memes, and you know, we'll say some shit that might be too soon. And you know, some people they'll take the risk of okay, either you're gonna laugh or you're gonna get upset or whatever, or you know. But
and I
no,
think too, people. I agree with you with that point. But I think too, our culture does have the ability, thank God, to move on. Like people will do some stuff that's too far, and you just kind of like, ooh, you know. But we'll move on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm not gonna be mad at you forever because you made a stupid joke, or maybe a joke that that was way too insensitive, or you know, whatever the case may be. Um, but I think also, like I said, as a culture, we can move on. It's just the thing about jokes is it's subjective, right? So it's whatever you might think, like you said, you might think is funny. And I think what you said has a lot of merit regarding like just say to yourself, Lance, and laugh at your dark comedy. Just saying. Mr. Gladney. So listen, we've been talking about the takedown of Black billionaires in America. And I've been playing some videos, and I'm gonna play a little bit of a funnier video, and then we'll go back to the dark side for a little bit. So let me see if I can share my screen. Hold on, let's see. Where did I see it? There's another one of Cat Williams. I can't find it, but that's okay. I'll play this one from 50 Cent. I think it's hilarious. So 50 Cent is recounting.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect
No.
your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it,
Okay,
Fifth.
oh my God.
Sorry, I can no longer
Sounds
help you
confused.
guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January.
Oh, that's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like he says something fabulous and he goes, "Yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like we need to party." What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of dude, you take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
Gotta skip the ads. Skip the ads.
I know. I can't stop sharing my screen. Okay, here we go. Okay, listen. Okay, so that was that. Like I said, that's lighthearted. But let's get to the meat of what I was talking about. One second. Let me share my screen. Oh Jesus, what is that? Okay, here we go.
About sexual abuse and other misconduct by Combs.
Oh, it's because it's this thing.
I didn't get that. Could you?
Alexa, stop listening. What is this? I don't want you to be on my thing. Thank you. Go away. Okay.
Which allegedly involved celebrities. But according to the witness's attorney, Ariel Mitchell, who also represented two of Combs's accusers in their lawsuit against the mogul, she said her client was subpoenaed. According to another report, the witness told TMZ he was initially contacted by federal agents with the Department of Homeland Security. And he's previously done interviews claiming he's seen salacious videos of Diddy and his celebrity friends. Sources told the outlet the subpoena from federal prosecutors asked the witness to turn over all records, including thumb drives, hard drives, electronic storage devices, or devices containing videos and or other files depicting Diddy. But that witness would drop another bombshell, as he claims he was given 11 flash drives containing at least 8 sex tapes involving 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women. Courtney Burgess told News Nation's Banfield on Thursday among the 8 celebrities who were Combs's alleged victims, about 2 to 3 appeared to be minors. Burgess told Ashley Banfield in an interview with his attorney Ariel Mitchell, every single celebrity appeared to be under the influence in the tapes and were seemingly victims, not perpetrators. Burgess told Ashley Banfield he was working in Atlanta when his former associate, Kim Porter, the ex-girlfriend and mother of 4 of Diddy's children, shared the flash drives with him. Burgess claimed he also received an unedited manuscript from Porter's alleged memoir. The book, which was released on Amazon, titled Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side, was slammed by Porter's children, who called the claims in the book simply untrue.
So I don't know if you guys have been watching or paying attention to any of the things that's been going on with the, hold on. With the Combs, so his children, the boys and stuff like that. Have y'all been paying attention about what's going on with them? And what do you think about witness tampering?
I'm not really familiar with the kid.
So, okay, so to give you some perspective, so Justin, the one that looks just like his daddy, is the one that's standing right next to him. No, that's not Justin, that's Christian. Christian apparently is a rapper, and after the Homeland Security raided their mansions, Christian decided to drop some sort of rap, dissing people, including Homeland Security, and he's on there saying, they didn't even raid the right house because we bought the house next door, and just being very obnoxious about what's going on with his father's case. Now, this happened prior to Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs, honey, getting arrested recently, and also too, they also have put out a I want to say at this point, there's been at least 2 statements that have been put out on social media by the Quincy. So the one that's the light skinned one next to the mom. The kids have put it out, but it's been on Quincy's social media where they're basically saying this book that's going around about my mom that basically became like an overnight bestsellers book called, I think it was like Kim's Words or something like that. Kim Porter is the mother who's passed away from very mysterious circumstances. But with the kids, they have put out these 2 statements. One basically saying that book that's going on online on sale on Amazon is a lie. That's not our mom's. It's demonstrably false. Don't buy this book. It's not real. And then they went on to say things like, please give us time. We lost our mom. Y'all have all these conspiracy theories going on online about how she passed. And we know how she passed. She passed of pneumonia. None of it, to me, sounded like anything they said. It sounded all like Diddy's lawyers have constructed this statement for these people. And then they posted it. That's what it felt like to me. I'm not them. I don't know what it's like to have lost your mom in some mysterious way. So I don't know. And everybody grieves differently. So I can't say one way or the other. But I'm just saying my personal opinion is it seemed constructed to me. It seemed very opportunistic to me because their mom has passed. She passed in 2018. And they, to my knowledge, haven't put out any statements about leave us alone. Our mom needs to rest in peace, this, that, and the third. When people are basically saying something is afoot here. Something doesn't seem right that your mom died in this mysterious way. That being said, when your mom is passed on and your dad is in prison or jail at this point, you probably want people to stop talking about your mama and your daddy and whomever else. Most recently, the kids got into a heated argument, and I guess they was about to jump Ray J. This happened like 2 days ago. And Chris Brown, of all people, I guess he pulled up in his Ferrari and jumped out and was like, yeah, we ain't doing that or something. And I'm like, because apparently Ray J has been on this, rant that Ray J goes on. Now, at first he was leave Diddy alone, leave the culture alone. We don't need to be pointing fingers. And now he suddenly is, it's just wrong. I got kids. And so I guess they were going to jump him. So it's a lot going on, I would say, with the kids, but I wanted to ask more about what you guys think about witness tampering. I think that's what they call it, because there's this one lady, I forget her name. She was in this group called Dirty Money. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them, but this group called Dirty Money, which it was her and a lady named Dawn who's suing P. Diddy. And they were in this group, I feel like, for maybe 5 years or something like that. The lady, I can't remember her name, so hold on, let me just Google it real quick. Dirty Money. What is her name? Okay, that's her name, Kalina Harper. Okay. So this lady, Kalina Harper, she's one half of Dirty Money. She, so like I told you, the other party, Dawn is the other half of Dirty Money. So Dawn is suing P. Diddy for whatever it is, sexual assault, all these different things. She's suing him. And she named Kalina Harper, who is the other part to Dirty Money, in her lawsuit. Okay. So when you name someone as a victim, I'm sorry, not a victim, but a what's the right word? Someone who's aware. They know this has happened. There's a word for it. It'll come to me in a minute. But basically, you've named them in your witness. That's the right word. You've named them as a witness to things that happened to you in this lawsuit, this civil lawsuit. So the reason that's important is because Diddy, before he was taken to jail, arrested and taken to jail, literally called this lady like 50 times in a 24-hour span. And so that's part of the reason that they say that they picked him up, because it was like he has means he can leave. I mean, he has all this money, he has access to planes and travel and whatever. So he could leave the country with all this good money that he has. And now he's witness tampering, which if you call someone who's been named in a lawsuit against you, that's witness tampering. You're not supposed to communicate with people who have been named witnesses in a lawsuit against you. So people are saying that's part of the reason that he got picked up as well. And witness tampering is very serious. So what do you guys think? Do you think that's witness tampering? Or before you guys answer that, I have this other clip from these guys, which I think gives I think it gives a very interesting perspective. So let me just share my screen. Hold on one second. Let's see. Not that one. Nope. Okay, here we go.
Or it could be like, yo, you have to clear this up.
Before she posted her statement, he called her 54 times. Then she posted a statement.
And she posted a statement, but no one knows the details of the conversation. She could have been like, call me in the morning. He's like, yo, it's 12 o'clock. She's still not answering. You dig what I'm saying?
Now you use it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
You're not supposed to communicate with anyone that's really potentially connected to your case. That is witness tampering. And sometimes witness tampering will get you 20 years in certain places like Florida. You see what I'm saying? Like there's really harsh, because you're breaking down the whole legal system when you tamper with witnesses.
But did this happen before he knew this person was a witness?
She was connected to someone who's suing him based on sexual assault claims. So yes, and this is what he assumed he was going to get indicted for in the grand jury. So it's not that hard to put those pieces together.
But again,
he ran.
Like Mav said, the call could have been, yo, I need you to talk to X, Y, and Z and clear this shit up. Like, she's bugging, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What the and if I thought...
But that could potentially be witness tampering.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not negating that. But if I feel like my freedom is at risk, and this person has the key and can clear it up, hey, talk to your people. Like, what the
You're not supposed to be making those phone calls.
I know that. But if you're panicking, is my point.
Well, his panic
50 calls sounds like a panic.
His panic, essentially contributed to him not getting bail.
No,
would you be calm?
No. Negro.
When they said that, when they did this,
panicking.
I don't. Hold on. Right. I don't have this kind of situation ever happen. I've had somebody saying something about somebody I know in the business situation I'm in might blow up, and I'm what the fuck? Hey, pick the phone up. No. What are you doing? What did you just? I'm looking at an email right here. What the fuck? I've panicked in that way, and didn't have my freedom on the line, didn't have hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, didn't have my family at risk, my reputation, my business, my career. None of that shit was at risk, and I've made 20 somehow. Yo, you were supposed to call in the morning, bro. It's 11:30. What are you doing? Like, come on, we could get. Hey, what's going on over there?
That's why his numbers up like that.
Right. I'm not the 50 calls ain't my thing. When they raided those homes, right? When they raided those two cribs, that nigga fled. He sent his jet to like Bali. He was hidden out. And when they came for the arrest warrant, because the search warrant wasn't an arrest warrant, right? Search warrant, when they came with the arrest warrant, the first I looked at, I said, "Oh, they're not gonna let him live down."
Okay, so even before we get into that part of it, but do you guys understand about like the witness tampering? What they're saying is like, yo, their perspective to me, or let me just ask you guys, what do you think of their perspective about witness tampering regarding how they feel like they would have maybe responded? What do you guys think? We'll start with Mr. Aries' video. He can give his perspective.
So, I guess, well, so you're specifically asking, like, was it potentially witness tampering?
No, I know it's witness tampering. Legally, it's witness tampering, but I felt like the guys in the video were kind of given a different perspective of like, well, if someone called me and I'm in jail or I'm being accused of X, Y, and Z, and someone can clear it up, i.e. the witness lady. Remember I was telling you she's a witness or she's a named witness in this other lawsuit against Diddy. And he's saying, well, this is the person that I know.
I mean, I guess if what they're saying is all about like, well, why he may have done it or whatever the case may be. Okay, he did it because of that. It's still witness tampering and it's still against the law, so it's moot. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So whether he, whatever his intentions were, okay, valid, genuine, otherwise, okay. I didn't realize I was going 85 miles over the speed limit. Okay, that's understandable. You were going 85 miles over the speed limit. You're under arrest. So it doesn't really matter, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're under arrest. I can't with you. Okay. Interesting point, perspective. What do you think, Mr. Teagle?
What he said.
You don't need the 1,300 word count? Okay, got it. No.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it's pretty much the same thing. Just, and Diddy probably knew it was because, you know, when I feel like if you're at that state of quote unquote power, you know, you got the money and the fame or whatever, and you kind of know what you can and can't do, and you got guys around that tell you what you can and can't do, just to make sure you don't do those things. You know, that's what they get paid for. So when he called as many times he did, yeah, that definitely looked like a panic. And whether he wasn't trying to tamper, he know you're not supposed to be contacting this girl. So,
well, let me ask you guys this. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second because I'm thinking,
we didn't get Carmen's perspective. What? We didn't get Carmen's perspective.
I tried to tell her to come on over here. Oh, is she up here? No, she's not. No, she's not listening. Oh. I try to tell her we need a female's perspective. But anyways, my question is, if I'm playing devil's advocate, which I hate to play, but if the dispute is between 3 people, right? Or between 2 people, but 3 people all know about it. So you have the person suing Diddy. So the accuser, you have the accused, which is Diddy, and then you have this third party over here who is a potential witness. But this witness could either, their testimony could send you away for the rest of your life because she could agree with Don, or her testimony could free you. Do you think it's unreasonable to say, well, this is the only other person that could probably save my neck regarding this scenario? That's who I'm gonna call if I'm already in jail. But I don't think was he in jail yet? I don't think he was in jail yet. So let's say he wasn't in jail yet. Do you think that's unreasonable to say there's only 3 people that would be able to really say this is what this man did, because she's this person that is a named witness in this lawsuit? So she's the only person that really could say she could free my name or clear it up, so to speak. You guys think that's unreasonable?
No, not at all. Because I would do the same thing. If there was some reason I got in some situation that could put me down or put me behind bars for something crazy, and then I know Nikki's person that can clear my name, I'm calling Nikki 50 times. Like, hey, pick up the phone. I need you to get on and like talk to so-and-so and clear this stuff up, because I'm about to go to jail for something serious.
Right.
So,
do you think witness tamper by extension? So say you don't call Nikki directly, but you call Nikki's manager, or you call Nikki's husband or daughter. Is that witness tampering too, do you think?
Probably so. They'll probably, because you're using them to relay a message or to contact them or whatever. You know, just because I didn't talk to you, but I left the letter at your house,
that bullet I left on your porch, just saying.
Right.
People do
brick on your windshield.
Intimidation. I think that's what they call it, witness intimidation or something. But what do you think, Mr. Aries Gladney? I mean Aries video.
I mean, I think still the same. It's we can say all the reasons why he may have done it, genuine or not. It's still what it is. At the end of the day, these people talking in a barbershop, whatever, they guys talking in the barbershop and doing whatever they're doing for whatever reason they're doing it. But these people aren't in his position. He's a man of great wealth. He has access to tons of lawyers. If you think this is the person who can help clear your name or whatever the case may be, great. Get on the phone with your lawyer, or how do we legally go this route to get in contact with this person, to have this person depositioned or whatever we need to do, and come out there in court, we can help with clearing my name. And that's what you do at the end of the day. So there is a route, there is a proper route, there's a legal route to do it. If that is what he was doing, again, alleged, I don't know, I haven't seen evidence that literally said he did do this. I think the only thing I heard or saw was that she said, or somebody else said in some other report, that they heard or they maybe got word or saw some evidence, but I haven't seen anything. So assuming that did actually occur, okay, well, it's witness tampering. He broke the law, at least as far as I understand it. Broke the law, whatever, but there's a legal way to do it. You have the resources out to make sure that the proper way is done. You're not somebody who's appointed an attorney. You can afford one, so you do what you need to do the right way.
I think that's a good point. Hold on one second. There was one other thing. I think there's one other thing. Hold on one second. I just want to do one more comedy relief before we go. Hold on one second. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, I like this. This is so funny to me.
My goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole. And never has sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors. There you go. Come on, cat. Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
I can't. Oh my goodness. Could you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it. Oh, I can hear it.
No, I'm saying where it was like the music playing. You heard that too?
Oh, I didn't notice.
Okay. Okay, let's see. I think that was it. I had so much stuff I want to talk about, but thank you for joining in. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh no, I wanted to play this one last thing. I forgot about this. This is important to mine. And then you can start off. One second. It's from this guy. It's called The Root. And I thought this was very interesting to listen to. So here we go.
Primary problem with capitalism for Black people is that we're vulnerable. And when you're that vulnerable, it doesn't necessarily matter who will exploit you. Like if you're a prey, you're prey. I'm Aaron Ross Coleman, and the primary problem with capitalism for Black people is that we're vulnerable. And when you're that vulnerable, it doesn't necessarily matter who will exploit you. Like if you're a prey, you're prey. I'm Aaron Ross Coleman, and this is a word: why Black billionaires won't save us. I would define capitalism as a system, particularly here in the United States, that has been based on the extraction of value from labor for entrepreneurs It's a very simple definition that if you look at slavery, you can see the labor value being extracted from slaves. If you look at Jim Crow, you can see that same kind of value being extracted from sharecroppers. And even if you look today, you can see that same kind of value being extracted in the kind of credit markets through predatory lending. So Black people's relationship to capitalism has largely been one of extraction through violent means. I think there's 5 Black billionaires here in the United States. There are 40 million Black people here in the United States. Median Black household income is around about $40,000. If we're talking about Black economics or Black economic prosperity or Black wealth, it makes a lot more sense to talk about people who are much closer to the mean or the median than to focus on like extreme outliers like a Jay-Z. When you focus on the billionaire class, you end up crafting economic policies to try to compensate or reward the billionaire class. But it's a really inefficient way to stimulate the whole economy. Black businesses are really, really important. And I think that it's important to say that and acknowledge that. They serve a crucial role in neighborhoods. I think the fundamental problem with racial inequality in the United States is to really think about like the size of it, the shape of it, and how big it is. So right now, it's about a 10-to-1 gap between the median wealth for a Black family and the median wealth for a white family. So for every dime that a Black family has, a white family has $1. And you're not going to close that by buying Black. Those are good things to do, and there are really important cultural and political and all kinds of communal aspects and communal benefits that come out of supporting Black-owned businesses. But one of them is not closing the racial wealth gap, simply because the money is not there. I think that it's really important that we talk about closing the racial wealth gap or racial inequality in the correct way. I don't want to belittle the importance of Black-owned business.
So I don't want to play his whole video on Chanel's reality. So I really highly encourage you guys I put the link in the description. So go and finish watching his whole video. If you have an opportunity to go and support his channel. I support his channel and channels like that, because I believe you could have a conversation about Black wealth and poverty and all of the things that make up the Black communities, I would say, so to speak, in America. But I really do think it's best to have a conscious and proper, intelligent, but not only that, factual conversation about Black wealth, Black excellence, Black education, and other Black businesses and things like that, entertainment and healthcare, all kinds of things that affect just specifically the Black culture, because we only make up about 12 to 13% of the population, but we spend like as if we make up 80% of the population, and we do not. And like he, gave an example of in this video, there's only, we have 1 dime to every white family's $1. So we are way behind, but we gotta not only support Black businesses, Black wealth, Black everything. We have to support it, obviously, if they're doing the right things, not like people like Diddy. We should support it, but we also need money literacy or financial literacy, and you really do need to understand what budgeting really means, saving, what that really means, and stunting, so to speak. Because I love the stunt. She loves the stunt. She will stunt on your ass. Please understand. I'm a Leo. I was born this way. But I do think that there's a place for that. If you want to grow financially, you got to save. It just is what it is. So that's why I wanted to, put this in there so that people can have an intelligent, comprehensive conversation about what we're talking about when we say save Black billionaires or Black excellence and things of that nature. You have to understand your history for the future to be a little bit different. And so that you can grow from it and learn from it as opposed to repeating it. So that's my opinion about most of what he was saying. Black literacy and elevating, but also understanding where we come from so that we can really improve and grow. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Do you have any comments, Mr. Arias, before we go regarding that video?
No specific comments. I think he's put together something well put, but without fully reviewing and not as much context. I don't know if I can add much.
Well, that's what I say. Just, if you have an opportunity, go support him, his channel, the other people that are supporting his channel. And it's the description should be, I'm sorry, the link should be in the description. If not, I'm gonna go put it in there right now. I think I usually do that though before the videos. But again, thank you guys so much. Please hit my like button, hit my subscription button. Please hit all my buttons, the notification buttons. This is a free and easy way to support my channel. Thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of Chanel's Reality. Thank you guys. Bye. Have a good day. Enjoy your Saturday. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.